Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what a day the stock market had. Shout out to anybody that was short the dollar with me because, that was sweet. But other than that, quite the eventful day. Kind of a nothing burger. We got to some specific levels and then a Fed with absolutely no power, no vote or anything. He speaks, the market sells off. Coincidence or not, you decide. Either way, check out the dollar right here. I do want to see if we are going to reject out of this zone or push higher. You guys know I am short the dollar, so things were looking all right, until today. Very much so, still short the dollar. I am short Japanese dollar. Sorry, US dollar, Japanese yen. So we're doing good. Pushed right back up. Again, coincident the yellow box sells off. I just need to perform that magic, one more time. So please keep going. This actually is my alert to add more up here. But for now, we need this to chill. I need that to not get any higher. Getting back to the dollar, I'm not sure what the Feds were even saying today. I was not watching that. But I'm very curious. I think tomorrow's going to tell us a lot about what goes on. And there's a football game tonight, isn't there? I noticed the chat was looking a little quiet. I just realized there is a Chiefs game tonight. Well, at least this one will be quick. All right, so watching the dollar right here. Did Bitcoin sell off on that news? Kind of. We're not seeing the big action with algos and stuff like that right now. No one knows what Bostic said. It was all about the 10-year surging. Oh, we got a little 10-year action. Hang on. Huge. Huge. Surging! The next move will be NVIDIA down because I got some shares today in the zone. All right, so the 10-year pushing up. Yes, that obviously is it's not good for tech. Well, much just in all, but tech will probably feel it the most. All right, as far as the Russell goes, we're kind of right back down. There is a lot of noise going on this chart. It bugs even me right now. I'm about to delete a lot of it. More importantly, we're just hanging out. We talked about this a while back, chopping around back and forth between these two right here. So let's just make that a little bit brighter. Who said this? Smiley. My sarcastic comment was not like snapping back or anything. Don't think that, please. I don't have a life except for putting food on the table and keeping a roof over the family's head. So you're welcome. Well, I appreciate that. Will Taylor Swift be there? Who knows? I'm so tired of hearing about Taylor Swift. Her security's an issue every time she's around. Like, you guys should just come to Kansas City for a little bit. A couple years ago, it was all about Mahomes. You couldn't go 3 words without saying Mahomes. Now it's Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift and Kelsey. Can you give me some Chinese food? All right, as far as the Russell goes, that sold off. Where we hit. So this is this dotted line, something I drew on Sunday, something we talked about on Sunday before the markets were even open. Was, hey, we're going to push up. No, it didn't say, hey, we're going to push up here and then sell off. It just happened, a lot. So we hit that level, started to pull back, and then today we really pulled back. So certainly watching that. I did sell quite a few puts, not in the Russell, but today I did sell quite a few. I am Morgan Brittany. Shout out to Morgan. She's actually a fellow KC, Kansas Cityan. Super positive attitude. I think I'll be on her podcast soon. So I'll be sure to share with everybody here. A little fitness, a little bit of gains. We got the muscle gains and the wallet gains. It's going to go amazing when I open up my own gym. All right, as far as tech goes, though, so that pulled back and just got right to the top. Magic yellow box. So we pulled back, found some buyers right there. Ultimately, and this is where I think the course of next week's probably going to set up. We break this, we're coming in lower. We can't deal in absolutes, but probably coming in lower. Tech of all did look the strongest. You see how many times I had to click on that? So tech overall does look the strongest. After a push up like that, just pulling over. So heading on down to the bright yellows. I make it bright because that's kind of where I care about it. That's where I would buy more. But that being said, kind of had that bull flag setting up. Would not surprise me to see another leg down. But I was feeling pretty bullish with the way the green candle showed up. So ultimately, I did like tech. I bought Tesla, Meta, and Nvidia the other day, and Nvidia ripped it today. It has been. It's been doing great. Again, if you're new here, anytime you see plays like this is stuff that I bought. So there's the entry, stop loss, take profit. I am still in it, but that will likely be managed tomorrow. No football tonight. SoFi into tomorrow. There's a football game tonight. Meta and Tesla, though, did sell off. So Meta, again, hit that weird dotted line we drew the other day in that yellow box. Just kind of sending it. So from here all the way to here, finally made it after going sideways forever. So shout out to everybody that... I don't do call-outs. I just talk about all my plays. So shout out to everybody that agreed with that analysis. Put money on the line, and now you have more magic internet money. Your wallet just got bigger. But certainly going to watch out if that does break. Again, with the markets, that could come down with it. So we'll watch that with tech. As far as the Qs go, again, right to the expected move, and then pulled back. So what I'm curious and what I'm watching for now is, are the fireworks done, or is tomorrow going to get explosive? We know the Qs had an 835 expected move. Puts us right at 381. What was that? It was close enough. Please, just work. There we go. 381.35. There we go. That looked a little low. So watch out breaking. If we were to gap up tomorrow, I would watch out for that vacuum up and kind of getting to that other line. Other than that, I kind of think the fireworks are done. Let me click my magic buttons over here. Get another website up. I don't think we have any news tomorrow. No fireworks. They should all be done. We got Michigan consumer sentiment tomorrow. So the Fed Harker speech, we'll see. We saw Boston. It was right around when Boston was talking. Then the surge, the surge in bonds ripped it. Certainly, we felt it across the board here. What I would watch out for is something like this, where it kind of goes sideways and then breaks it down. War, fireworks, send Nvidia up. You think Apple's going to send it? Hate Apple. All right, as far as the S&P goes, again, right to the purple box. That's a weekly zone, so we care about that. Candle close as of tomorrow. I know there's a couple newbies in here. This might be talking over your head. I will make it clear. I promise. Everything right here is still kind of looking bullish. The bears kind of have that case made for the bulls didn't really have any follow-through. The bulls are thinking, here we go. There's some slight profit taking. We'll send it next week. There's a lot of people certainly still bullish for the rest of the year. And for now, I am until this thing changes. So you might see a completely different tone when I go live on Sunday if this zone does break. If we were to go into melt mode tomorrow and we sell off, so be it. We hit the expected move. We sold off. Market makers, everything stayed right where it was at. I would take one more chance buying out of this zone right here. So you'll see me go long over the weekend. And if that pops up, now if that makes a lower high and comes back down, I won't buy here again. At that point, I would look for it to break and some further downside. Ultimately keeping like this trend alive with the lows, the lower highs, the lower lows, you know, in the next lower high. Everyone's saying they don't care what Bostic says, or that's no one did. That was the only news I saw at the time, was he was speaking, and then it started selling off. So around when he was speaking, also the yield went up on the 30-year auction. Okay, it was the 4.87 allotted yield on the 30-year auction. Do I think earnings mess things up? That's such a gamble play. I think Tesla's going to be red. I'm going to buy some more there. When's Meta's earnings? I actually think Meta's going to be green. I bet we get a mix. Did the banks... Banks haven't reported. So banks report tomorrow. Hang on, let me check one more. Well, we kick it off tomorrow. That's going to be an interesting one. So, I guess get ready to enjoy that ride because we're about to kick off a roller coaster. The next earnings. Let me save that answer. Let's get a couple in before we see, because I kind of want to see what sectors do well. Does banking do well, like financials? Does retail get absolutely smoked? Meta will announce they're laying off another 5,000 people and go up to 350. That'd be nice. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, with that being my biggest position. So, full send, you know. As far as expected moves go, again, right there, just a hair above, and then we reined it back in. So SPY had the expected move of 811. So puts it right at 445. So again, watch out for that break above and then that vacuum up. Bostic says he loves Ford. Ford did go on strike. Well, they added to the strike, I guess. I don't know if that was, if we could attribute that to the news, but we'll see. I guess the Kentucky plant where they make the F-250 is now closed. One more that took a pretty sharp turn as the yield went up, or the yield whatever. Right as I told my chat, too. So right before this, I had sold some 18 strike Palantir puts, which means if it closes below 18, I'm going to own those shares at $18. Now, I got paid to be in this position, so I said, hey, I'm going to let fate decide. I'm going to own these shares or not, you know, Jesus take the wheel. And as soon as I get into that position, sell the puts, we sell off. And I was like, well, apparently I'm going to own those shares tomorrow at 18. So for everyone in the chat, if you guys do see me, I will get assigned. I will not close that. But at that point, I will start selling probably the 1850 call contracts to make it a little bit more money, and just do that every week. But I do have my core Palantir position. This was a, I'm going to just strictly rock the wheel strategy on this. So if I get assigned at 18, I'll sell the 1850s until they get called away. That charge looks so bullish, SPY. Well, let me draw that position out for you. This might look bullish because we're on the 15-minute. That kind of looks bearish. I mean, just bear flag after bear flag. But when we get to the daily, I guess if we're talking ultimate like that, but I would keep an eye out for this trend right here. Just got a Domino's Pizza ad. They have not just pizza. They have bread bites also. I feel like, I don't know if I think I've had Domino's. It's probably been over 20 years. But I feel like every time I see a commercial, it makes me want Domino's, but it's something I like never follow through on. Greetings from the dental chair. Don't go doing what I did last time. Head and shoulders on SPY. Oh boy. I can't tell if you're trolling or serious. What time frame? Little baby one right here. Little tiny delts. Big old head. We shall see, or maybe an inverse if it comes all the way up here. Alright, let's go to Apple real quick. Apple showing plenty of strength. Went right to the a lot of things went to the expected move and then sold off, which is what has me kind of thinking the fireworks just might be done for the week, and tomorrow might just be an inside kind of choppy day. And so what I mean by that is Apple's not really the best example, but you know, we won't break this low, we won't break the high. You know, if we gap up, we'll likely pull back. If we gap down, we'll fill that gap and push up. Ultimately, we kind of won't really get anywhere. Let me get a hit off that oxygen tank. All right, Microsoft getting sued for, not sued, they owe the IRS $29.5 billion. They basically said, chump change, don't even worry about it. Send me the invoice. Quit talking about my tiny delts and my big head. All right, let's do, give me a couple more, guys, before I get out of here. Mentorship, don't forget tonight is Zoom night. So question night. So if you guys aren't in this, so I have a private mentorship after this. And on Thursdays, Zoom night. So I like to see everyone's faces, but also it's question night. So There's no like, no question too little or too advanced. It's just, I don't want anybody falling through the cracks. So it's a lot of fun. AQB. Little steroid fish. Please go up to like 1 million. It's 22 cents now. Oh my gosh. Well, dollar cost averaging into this is amazing. You'd think this would be a better company. They literally grow salmon. They put up a pool, little steroid fish. It's like, does this count as fake food? Fake meat? I would eat this if it's considered fake meat. I mean, it's a real fish, but lab grown, so I'll be all about this fake meat lifestyle. Right here. Alright, they make silly salmon. I don't care. Steroid those things up. Salmon is pink meat day, or red meat day. Don sounds like a true backholder. No, I really like this company. Like, why don't they just take a whole bunch of land out in Utah, you know, or Arizona, just a blatant desert, throw up a tent, put a pool out there, grow some fish, make that tent solar, by the way, so it powers everything, and then start throwing fish around the country. Boom, food problem solved. Alright, NNDM. I don't like how much this one is. As a company, though, I do like it. Still, it just stands. All they're basically setting themselves up for is a buyout. They have enough cash on hand. This is one of the best examples, too. Like, when people talk about, oh, they have cash on hand. Oh, they have this. Oh, they have that. These guys can buy themselves over a few times, still have money left over. Fundamentally, they're fine. But because stocks are also that popularity contest, this is why it's a $2 stock. It's why Tesla is not. Not to really compare those two, but still a decent one. But I do think they're setting up to just... It looks like if you actually look into this company, they're really just getting set up to get bought out by a bigger company. It's a company in Massachusetts. I get taxed to death so AQB can't get ahead. I like them too, but they won't let me fish their pond. You guys mind if I throw like a reel in there? Yeah, we do. Come on. Alright, last but not least, LLY. Eli Lilly. Another day, another green candle. Just keeps going up. Shout out to anybody that bought this, and your money just keeps growing. Just remember, there's people that go to work every day to make money, and all you had to do was click your thumbs a couple times and make the same amount. Don't tell them, though. Because then, well, they don't feel good. They feel very bad about that. They'll tell you how much it's gambling and how much you're going to lose. Even though you tell them, it's very contradictory. It's very confusing. But I do want to at least zone this out as we push up. I'm going to set my alert right here, because if we do break through that, like if it pulls back to here, it's not enough of a dip buy for me, but if it actually gets down to here, I'm going to buy some more. Kramer likes this. Is the curse lifted? Kramer probably had to give himself a buffer. You know, he's like, I'm just going to... This is probably when Kramer said he likes it. Hold it down. Kramer just probably looked at something, he's like, I just got... Nothing can stop this. I'm going to like this. I'm going to like NVIDIA. And then we're just going to have something go right, you know? Bears love salmon. That's why it's down. I hate that that's true. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have to hop off here. I'm going to try to keep the Thursdays ones quicker, more to the point. There was a couple lessons I did in mentorship group the other day. I am going to clip that, so it won't have like the normal like YouTube intro and all that. It's just going to be clipped from it. It's an important strategy, something I do quite a bit. I've even gone over it quite a bit in the mentorship. I even have videos on YouTube already about it. But since I explained it again, I'm going to throw it up again. Because people... every time I explain it, I hear it's a great light bulb moment. They learned a lot. And then some people have like their eyes glazed over. But the next time I explain it, they'll be excited. So check it out. It's about managing green positions, how to make more money in the markets. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Mentorship group, don't go anywhere. Everyone else, you will see me Sunday for sure. 1 hour after futures open. So make sure you subscribe, hit that little thumbs up button on the way out. I'll see you there. Have a good one.